These are the tales of the Dungeon Mistress Chronicles.
You are in a beautiful bedroom that must belong to probably Vistandia, but at the moment, Luther and Pyra, you are picking this painting up off the wall so that you can get to the cubbyhole behind. And as it's lifted up and away, the beating of wings, the sound fills this room, this relatively small space you're in to hear something this loud, and ripping itself from the painting, disappearing from the canvas itself, comes out this gold dragon flapping its wings. It fills the room, it goes up in the air, it arcs and turns, blows fire across the room before it starts to swoop back towards the painting.
Luther will take a moment to drop his corner gently of the painting, leaving Pyra to fend for herself in this moment as he sees this dragon come from the painting itself, and it is clear it is here to speak to him. It has recognized a fellow legend in the making, and he stands back, crosses his arms expectingly, and he just simply says, seems you know a legend when you see one. You have come to consult me. Come, let us conversate.
Milo, seeing this dragon for the illusion magic that it is, his eyes go wide and his face takes on an expression of childlike wonder as he sees an illusion on a scale and a magnificence that he really hasn't encountered before. And he reaches out to touch it, the closest part of the dragon that he can, to run his fingers through the illusion. This is incredible. Wow.
As soon as something starts to emerge from this, she will scream, "Cheese and crackers!" and drop the side of the painting that she's holding and back up against the wall. Just, there's a giant dragon.
Yvie dives out of the way behind the bed, not wanting to be crushed by the painting or attacked by this dragon that she sees emerge from the painting.
After this initial turn and breath across the room, the breath is also an illusion. It doesn't burn anything. The dragon turns and flies back into the painting, which is now leaning back against the wall where it was kind of dropped and tilted. And the only thing that's changed is that the dragon is now standing arced, mouth up, claws out, and a plume of fire is just up from its mouth on the painting. It looks like it was painted that way. The cat is going to jump down from the chair now that most of this shenanigans are over, and kind of move over a little bit next to Milo and go, "You check out the dragon."
Yes, we did, but that was amazing. Did you see it?
Yvie pops her head above the bed and she goes, "Oh, it's gone?"
Yes, it was an illusion. It was a magnificent illusion. None of you saw it. There's a look of genuine sadness on Milo's face that nobody else seems to have understood what he understood or experienced what he experienced in that moment.
Yes, I saw that giant behemoth come out and try and attack us before flying back into the painting. You're telling me that was fake?
Yes, but it looked so real, didn't it? And the
Yes.
beating of the wings was, and the sound was so incredible.
Yes, incredible. Right.
It almost gave me a heart attack. I thought it was the real Gildenfire.
And that's what makes it so great. It looked real. I can't make an illusion that looks like that, I assure you. Well, I mean, maybe I could if I studied years, but I haven't.
Illusions. Preposterous. He walks outside and pouts, his arms crossed, disappointed, his brow furrowed.
What's the matter
Milo
with
will
you?
turn to the cat, who is leaving the room, and he'll say, "Did you know that was going to happen?"
It has meandered over to kind of just arc its back against Luther's leg, but it turns and looks at you, Milo, and, well, yes, of course. You did it.
You knew. You didn't say a word, you sneaky cat. Mittens, next time you'll have to tell me. I really wanted to know that it was coming because I could have studied it better.
It won't happen again for a long time. Gildenfire has gone home.
Hold on a second. What does that mean? That sounds somewhat ominous, I think, but also probably good. I'm not sure. I don't know whether I should be scared or sad. What does it mean?
It means you are good, so it was just an illusion.
And if I wasn't?
Well, I would have left the room further.
Wow! Okay. That is great. I'm glad it was an illusion. It was a great one. You tell Gildenfire next time you see them that was really good. Well done.
Okay.
Milo, you are purring to that cat. What are you saying?
Well, Yvie, it appears that we have been judged by someone or something and been found okay.
Luther's ears perk up.
We have been found not dead.
Worthy. We have been found worthy.
Yes, I think you could say that.
Walks right up to him. The cat told you this. Mittens.
Yes. Mittens seems to know quite a bit about this place. In fact, I should talk to Mittens more before we move on, I think.
Well, that is a
How
surprise.
foolish of me to doubt. Oh, my apologies. I got carried away. What are you saying, dearest Yvie?
I am just surprised. Now, let's loot this cubby, since we have been found to have earned it.
Let us do this. Are you ready, princess? Remember to lift with your legs, not your
I'm
mouth.
ready. Are you going to drop it on me again?
No, I will be ready this time. I was sorry. My destiny was calling. Come.
And she'll kind of hike up her skirts and get ready to once more lift.
Moving the painting out of the way, behind it, it's not a very large cubby, and there are two things. Milo, you sense that there is illusion magic in a potion bottle in the cubby. And then, Yvie, you also see that there is a book in there. On the cover of this book is the face of Mordenkainen, and on the side is the letter E.
And she scoops them into her arms. We have a potion, and we have a book. This one says E.
E. Excellent. Okay.
Is in the letter?
Great. Yes, so there's the letter E. We found the letter Y. These must be parts of the word that we need to figure out to send us back home, as you guessed, Yvie. I think you're right. And I'm not entirely certain, but I think, yes, thinking about it now, the word that sent us in was scepter. S-C-E-P-T-E-R, 7. So my guess is that the word that will send us out also has 7. Only need to find 5 more books.
Luther is counting on one hand just to double check the math as he's helping carrying the painting just to make sure that Milo had it right.
Do you think they are like tumblers inside a lock? You have to hit 7 different slots to turn it.
Oh, I'm not sure. That's quite the question, but I suppose we shall find out. It-
Could we
There's a
perhaps
bit of-
think about this over lunch? I am quite hungry, and carrying this is not doing any wonders for my stomach.
Of course, my apologies. Mittens, you said you know the way to the dining room.
Yes.
Could you show us, please?
He kind of turns. He's been rubbing his shoulder on this set of double doors that is over on the far side of the room, and he starts to walk back. Don't go outside. But you can look. It's very pretty.
Oh, we actually had an encounter with the outside, and it was not pleasant. I don't think I'd like to open those doors.
It will make you very sad, and then you will die.
I appreciate all your advice. I think we will stand a better chance of living longer if we listen to you. Do you think that's accurate?
Kind of cocks his head to the side, comes around and weaves in between your feet. No promises.
Milo, you are speaking cat again.
Sorry, I forget sometimes. All right, Mittens is going to lead the way to the dining room. And by the way, Yvie, that potion you found, just thought I'd let you know, I picked up a hint of illusion magic coming off of it, so I can't say exactly what it does at the moment, but it appears illusory in nature.
We can have a closer look at it when we take our rest. We'll figure out what it does.
Sounds promising. Mittens, lead the way if you don't mind.
You will hear back as he just kind of looks up at you with a cat look. Your speak with animals has worn off. But he does start walking out of the room at a pretty quick pace.
Most unfortunate. I can't understand him anymore.
Allons-y. Let us go.
Oh, thank goodness. I am starting to get irritable with how peckish I am.
You mean you aren't always irritable?
She snaps her fan closed and glares at him.
He flinches.
No,
I mean, the purple really brings out the pink in your dress, princess. Apologies.
Thank you. I do believe you were hungry as well. You said something about 4 lunches?
I've been hungry since the day I entered this world.
My goodness. How on earth do you stay in a good mood?
It is not food I am hungry for. Not always. It is greatness. Destiny. To climb atop the mountain of fate. And he just begins to go on a mini little monologue about how he is meant for greater things.
Why do I even ask these things anymore? She's gonna say in Evie's direction.
Do not know. Man, I'm hungry now.
The cat leads you to the stairs, back down them, and just off to the side a little bit to a room where the door is actually just slightly ajar, enough for Mittens to scurry on through. And before you follow him in, it sounds a little bit like a war zone in the kitchen. Now that you are back down, you hear bang, clang, clash, poof, and the cat has disappeared inside of there. You have no idea what is going on.
Milo does not go in. He remembers the last time he went in a room first, and it was very scary for him. So he will wait for Luther and Pyra to come down the stairs. Luther, I seem to have forgotten my shield at home, which was a very stupid idea. Can you be mine now, please? Like, right now?
Luther looks down at Milo. Milo, we are professionals, and you have left your shield at home?
Well, it was a bad idea. I thought we were just going to meet each other, say hello, get to know each other, and maybe start work tomorrow or something like that. I did not anticipate going into Fistandia's mansion on the first day of the job, and I apologize. It was foolish. Luther, please.
Milo, it is okay. I simply wanted you to be aware that you are as delicate as a summer breeze, and I wanted you to act accordingly. Of course I will be your shield. Stand behind me.
Thank you. That's very
Milo,
kind.
you have nothing to worry about. I also forgot because we did not have any of that information passed on to us. They were not very specific with what we would be doing today. My shield is waiting for me at home. And don't act like you were not informed of this either, Mr. Luther, whatever your name is. You said you forgot all of your provisions as well. Otherwise, you would have brought some of that food you were talking about.
What do you mean? The rations?
Yes, you said that you hadn't packed any food.
Oh, no. Rations are not food. They are base sustenance. And he pulls out his ration bag. What do you think I fed the cat with?
You have been holding this food the entire time and you have not shared any?
Never asked.
Oh!
Uh-oh, I think the princess is hangry.
The steam will flare from her nostrils again, and she will open her fan, and she will start fanning herself frantically, trying not to punch him in the face.
Well, let us go and see what waits beyond in this kitchen. Kicks open the door.
The door is slightly ajar, and as you kick it, it flies open and hits the wall, and two figures stop mid-toss. One is kind of a bit purple. It's got a big ol' grin on its face, and it is about to toss a big old bowl of flour at another one who is more of like a yellowish color. They both have long tails and wings, and they're both mid-flight and kind of come down to the floor and look over towards the door, dropping their hands and looking at Luther and Milo, who are in the doorway, their eyes wide. You both know that these are homunculus, little constructs created by someone. They're generally neutral of their own accord, and they follow the rules and feelings of whoever created them. Milo, with the 22, you know that a magic user can only create one of these at a time. And if the magic user dies, so does the homunculus.
Wow. I've never seen one of those before. And there are two. Luther, look. Isn't that so cool?
Yes, very cool. Hello, I'm hungry.
Two of what?
Oh, it's a homunculus.
Things.
What is that?
A homunculus what?
What?
Yvie, come now. It's a homunculus.
I do not know everything there is to know, Milo.
They've resumed flapping as you walk in, Luther, and say that you're hungry. And it's almost like they're falling over each other. The purple one goes, I'm Cumin, and you're not Fistandia. And I need to feed you. I need to feed you. You need to go to the dining room. I need to feed you. And the more beigey yellow one will flap around and go, get out! Get into the dining room! Get into the dining room! We must feed you! And you're not frail! And if you were frail, I would have fed you already. Go, 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 go! That way! This way! Come this way! Go sit! Get out!
Don't have to tell me twice. See ya.
They're speaking in common?
They are speaking in common, and I'll say everybody but Pyra knows that homunculus usually cannot talk.
Ladies, we should listen to them.
Finally. Servants. She will fan herself, and she will also go have a seat in the dining room.
Who went in first?
Luther.
Okay. And you headed up towards the end. Great, go ahead. And Milo, go ahead and go in. Yeah, that's what I thought. Roll initiative. Milo goes to sit in this chair, and when he does, the chair morphs into tongues and eyeballs and teeth, and it looks like it very much wants to eat him.
Well, unfortunately, Pyra is very tired after this entire morning of very stressful events. But upon hearing and seeing that there is something attacking Milo again, she will sigh while she pulls out her great axe, run in and take a heavy swipe, trying to go right down the middle of this bitey, tongue-filled chair.
As you come running in and attack it, the tongue just out. It's still looking like it wants to wrap around Milo, but it kind of pulls its body to the side to take the hit as the weapon comes down.
Milo, what is it with you and finding trouble in this place?
This chair, it's still somewhat in the shape of a chair, with its teeth and its tongue, and Milo, you had not quite gotten sat. You were like mid-sit when it shifted, and now it wraps itself around you, and as it touches you, you are grappled, and you take 6 damage, mix of bludgeoning and acid, and you just hear the sounds of and Pyra, you watch as it just wraps itself around like the most acrobatic chair you've ever seen, and now it's sitting on Milo.
Disgusting.
Luther stands up from the chair, sighs, seeing Milo being accosted once more, rushes out and vaults on top of this table, his heavy leather boot steps kind of planting along the sort of ash-colored wood of it, and he just pulls out from the back, he unslings this javelin, and Luther's javelins, upon like further inspection, are actually carved of bone. As he pulls this out, he just kind of launches it forward as it pierces into this thing's furniture-like flesh, and he just heads out to Milo. You are not allowed to sit down anymore.
Milo, you're enveloped in this chair. You can hear from outside, and the as something hits this thing that is enveloping you. It doesn't hurt you, but you can feel the impact of it as it kind of moves and shudders and
Milo will freak out, but because he's enveloped, he can't really try to get away. He is feeling really, really terrible from all the nasty junk that just happened to him. He is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. He is back up to full.
Yvie from the doorway. You see all of this. You see Milo enveloped in this thing he tried to sit on, but now is just all wrapped around him and using him as a perch. Pyra's hit it. Luther's hit it. You had seen some blood begin to start dripping out of kind of where it's wrapped around down Milo after that first attack where it started to eat him. But then you see a flash of magic and the blood flow staunches quite a bit.
Okay. Evie's going to come in and grab his ankle, and she'll cast resistance on him for bludgeoning damage. Milo, try to get out of this chair. She'll run back around the corner to hide.
Lady Pyra sees that any blood that seems to have been coming out has been staunched, and so is a little less worried, but is still very determined to get this thing off of him, and therefore pulls back and has at it with her great axe one more time.
It will shudder and shake as your axe tears a new hole in the back of its kind of like high back chair area with these eyes and spines and horns. And again, Milo, you can kind of feel an impact as this thing is buffeted while wrapped around you.
Ew! What is this thing?
It has itself wrapped around you like a nasty, nasty blanket chair. You're going to take 2 acid damage and 2 bludgeoning damage as it constricts tighter, and you feel as the kind of tentacle things that are pressed the closest to you up around your neck and your chest and kind of wrapping and holding you tight are pumping acid. You're pretty sure that these clothes are ruined.
As Luther sees that it's his javelin has made purchase, he will rush over, draw out his serrated greatsword, and he brings it up high. This thing's undulating sort of mass is a bit of a difficult target for him. He's trying to find that weakness, and he kind of brings it down and only just barely manages to get the serrated teeth to sort of graze along its like sort of multi-textured hide, and he manages to do a little bit, small little nick, and he looks down at it. Well, seems you might be worthy after all. Release my friend. You may grapple upon me.
Milo, you can still hear this talking outside, and you feel kind of the clench around you, but you don't feel like anything buffeted it too hard, but it still kind of gives you another good squeeze as you can feel it takes something.
Milo is in full panic mode now, as he is trying so hard to not be dead. He will point his wand not at himself, but instead will point it, just basically jab it into the mimic's mouth, seat, blanket, and will cast Fairy Fire on it. After he casts the spell, he will manage to free his mouth enough to say, "Kill it, please!"
Yvie, you see the purple light in the room coming up to bathe the 2 creatures. It bathes Pyra, it bathes this chair-hided monster thing, and it's very similar to the color of the oil lamps, so it almost just intensifies the colors in this room.
Yvie pulls herself up off the wall and stands into the doorway. She sees a lit up Pyra in purple ethereal fire and a lit up chair grappling Milo, and she raises her crossbow bolt and she shoots into this mimic, and it pierces directly into its chair flesh. Finally I've hit something, and go back onto the wall.
From your perspective, Milo, still can't see anything, and you're really thankful that she went for the side she did with this bolt that hit, because now that arm is pinned down, but it's not the one with your wand, it's the other one. And this bolt has kind of went like, not through and through, but like in and lodged center, and now it's just like pushed up against your arm inside this creature, who is now and writhing all around, holding you.
Lady Pyra turns towards where Yvie is shooting from and says, "Yvonne, would you mind telling the servants they have a pest problem? Perhaps they can help us with this." And will pull back and slice down again with her great axe.
As your axe comes down, Pyra, this thing is finally showing some signs of slowing down. There's a big stripe across it, which is about the place where Milo's face is, and you see him able to just kind of take a breath, and this thing is bloody as it splits open in that spot. The mimic is not impressed. It is going to bite at the thing it has held inside of it instead of attacking with its tentacles. It is pissed. Milo, this thing is angry. It does not want to die. And it is tired of holding on to you. You take 10 damage.
Milo goes limp in its chair mouth.
Everyone but Yvie can see that blood begin to just start free flowing down Milo's legs again. And you hear a sickening crunch. And he goes limp, and the thing releases him to the floor and turns around towards Luther, eyeballs, teeth, covered in its own blood and Milo's. As that sickening crunch happens with Milo, there is a and the purple fairy fire that is on this nasty mimic chair thing and on Pyra dissipates and disappears entirely, leaving the room bathed in that original purple oil lamp color.
Luther sees Milo go limp, and his eyes flare with this golden energy for but a moment in fury as he steps down off of the table, reaches a hand around Milo's shoulder. That golden energy begins to flow from his eyes into his arm, channeling into the body, and he's going to go ahead and use Lay on Hands here. He's going to give him his full 5 HP for the pool, and that is expended as a bonus action. He's going to raise up his great sword and bring it down with advantage on the creature as he calls out, "No, your opponent is me. You filthy creature, you will not have him. Come!" As Luther just raises up high and slams down into this thing with so much force that it almost emits a bit of a gust from how hard he slams his sword into this thing.
It lets out a mighty squeal. It is still up. It is bloody.
Don't you ever touch him again!
Milo, you are prone. You are conscious. You're hurting. From all the acid damage you have taken, your shirt is gone. It's in tatters and pieces, and it is not a wearable piece of clothing anymore.
Milo is extremely surprised to be conscious on the floor. Not quite sure what happened. He will open his eyes to see this wild, crazy, disgusting creature that is dripping fabric saliva all over him and acidy ooze, and will flip out. Shit. Milo will use his action to disengage. He's not actually climbing to his feet. He's just sort of doing the backwards crab walk out of sheer terror, and is going to back up through the door, back to where Yvie is.
Yvie, back here, you heard the crunch, and you see Milo almost entirely shirtless with acid burns all over him. His ribs don't quite look 100% right yet. He is scuttling out. He is shit whimpering. He is free. He is alive. He is covered in blood. He looks like shit.
She steps in front of him and she goes, "Putain!" and lowers her crossbow to shoot into this bloody chair, doing 9 piercing damage. And then she'll tuck herself back behind the wall and look down at him, shirtless and bloody. You really need to rethink sitting in all these chairs.
You tuck around. Milo, you're still kind of on your back, crab-like, looking at this thing that she just shot. And she hits it dead center in its largest eye. And this thing gives one last shudder before it falls. Kind of like just at this point, a blobby, gloopy thing onto the floor. It is dead.
Ugh, I need a cigarette.
Luther runs over to Milo. Are you okay?
I'm alive.
Stand up.
Okay. Give me a second. That was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. Give me a second, please. He is hyperventilating. He is shaking like he's got hypothermia and is just a total mess.
Hey. It's okay. You're okay. You made it out. He's just gonna kneel. He's not gonna touch him or anything like that. He's just gonna kneel to his level. I'm here. We're all here. You okay?
Okay. I'm alive. And what happened? I saw I was here. I was there, and then I was here, and I saw I saw Yvie shoot it, and
Yvie wants to address the yellow homunculus. You told us to go into this dining room. You knew that this was going to happen.
Did you? No. What? Oh.
Do not lie to me. Get
What?
back here.
I'm not lying. I'm looking. That's impressive. You killed a pet. How did the pet get in there? Dumb thing. Good job. Although, could have put it back in its... Sure. All right. Good job. Are you ready to eat?
Do not trust a single thing you say. Milo almost died in there.
Roll me an insight.
All right, that'll be 12, I think. Yes.
Cumin will fly over as well. And you get the feeling they're telling the truth. That they simply think you have killed one of the mansion's pets. Which, I would say, with an insight of 12, should probably make you nervous that they consider a mimic a pet. Cumin's gonna fly back over to and go, What? Yeah, that is strange. There should have only been... There were too many chairs in there, but I didn't think too much about it.
You called this one a pet. How many other pets are in this mansion?
The purple one, Cumin. I don't know. As many as Festandia made for pets and left here. But, one less.
You are remarkably smart for a homunculus.
His wings flap a little bit and he straightens himself up. We are very smart. Now get out so we can make food. There's the right number of chairs now, so nothing else in there should try to eat you.
Ugh, oh la la, putain.
Coriander will flap over behind all of you. You did say you were hungry. Are you still hungry, or did that suffice, drinking that blood for you, the one on the floor?
I didn't. Did I drink it?
But there's some on your mouth.
Milo immediately just begins spitting, and he didn't realize and is just wiping.
I I'm gonna take that as a no. Go ahead and get seated. We will make you something delicious. Shoo! Shoo!
Ugh, don't touch me.
Very well. Pyra, you okay?
Pyra will have a look at both Cumin and Coriander. She has her mistress face on. And she says to both of them, looking very, very angry, "This meal had better be the best one you have ever cooked in your life, or I will be sure to find whatever puts you all together and smash it between two of my little fingers."
They both start to... They both stop flying and kind of slowly, their little clawed feet touch down on the ground, and they look up at Pyra. Yes, mistress. Could you use any mending or cleaning? Or is the kitchen clean enough?
I would like that nasty mess to be removed from the dining room before we are to sit and rest inside. Do you think you could manage something that simple?
Yes, we could do that. Is there anything else? Could we mend some clothes? Perhaps if you wanted to give them to us, we could take them and sew them all back together. Or we could shine your horns. We don't have very many things to serve with our masters gone for so long.
That I can understand must be very difficult for both of you. At the moment, cleaning that up and providing us with food will be just fine. Once you are done with those two, I will evaluate your work and set you on a new course, if I deem it acceptable.
Thank you. Come on, Cumin. We have a mistress. Let's go. And they start to flutter into the next room to clean up the remains of this thing.
You just have to know how to talk to them. She walks inside and has a seat at the head of the table.
Luther's mouth is like agape. He did not realize what he just witnessed. And he just looks to Milo, who's still kind of freaking out a little bit. She's very impressive. You ready to stand?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Here, let us help you.
Oh, thank you. Yep. Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you.
They are, as gently as you can imagine constructs to be, like grabbing you and trying to lift you off the ground.
I seem to be at my full height. Oh, I'm taller now. Let go,
sorry.
please.
Yes, here you go. Back on the ground. Can you stand? Would you like us to carry you to the chair, master?
When he lands back on the ground, Milo is a bit shaky, but is able to walk on his own.
Okay.
And will not sit in the chair that he was going to sit in before.
That chair is no longer there. Roll me an insight, Milo.
Oh, no. Mimic number 2. Here we go. 16.
The best you can tell, this chair over here in the corner is very dusty. Roll me one more thing. Roll me a nature check to see what you know about mimics.
20.
Mimics get smarter over time. You would imagine between a 16 insight and a 20 nature that this was a very smart mimic, and it drug the first chair that it thought somebody might want to sit in away from the table into the corner and took its place.
As much as I'm begrudging to do so, I gotta give that mimic some credit. That was very impressive. Do you all see that chair over in the corner? It obviously does not belong there. There's a great amount of dust gathering on it. And I think that mimic knew that the first person, well, not the first person, the first chair in the room would be very enticing to someone to sit, and placed itself where it would be most likely to find a meal. I'm horrified, but very intrigued. That is incredible.
So you are saying this mimic was smart?
I would say yes. As far as I know, mimics are not generally the smartest of creatures, but they do understand how to trap their prey. And this one must have been ancient. They get smarter over time. It must have been very old. I wonder how long this mansion has existed.
This is a very good question. How old is this cat, even?
I don't know. And you know what else? Something struck me before I was eaten alive by a chair. These two, and he'll point to Coriander and Cumin, who have just come in the room, are far smarter than they should be. You should not be able to speak, nor should there be two of you if there was one wizard who created you. Unless there were two. Were there two wizards? Do you have different... Never mind, I don't even know if you would know. Do you know? You're very smart.
They both look at each other. One of them's holding a tray with a bunch of bowls of soup on it, and the other one is holding a tray of fresh bread, and they look at each other and go, "Are you asking us the question, or are you changing your mind?"
Apologize. Were you both created by the same wizard? This Fistandia?
They shake their head in unison, and Cumin will puff up, serving the bread to the table, get back to his position and go, "I was created by the one and only and greatest maybe not the one and only greatest mistress." He's looking over at Pyra as he says this, but I was created by Fistandia. And Coriander, while he's talking, will come and serve the soup to everyone and just kind of grin. "I was made by Freyot, not Fistandia. I am also created by a very powerful being."
I see. Okay, that makes a little more sense. See, and Milo will turn to Pyra because he's sitting next to her. You see, normally, even a very powerful wizard cannot create more than one of these homunculi. And so the fact that there are two here made me think that either Fistandia had some extremely unnatural powers, or perhaps there were two wizards, which we have just had confirmed.
Well, yes, that makes sense. Living in a house like this all by yourself, you have to have a lover or companion of some kind.
Oh. Yvie digs through her bag and she looks for the book of poetry. She wants to look really quickly as they eat the soup to see if she has any clues on the relationship between these two wizards.
Roll me an investigation. And while you're eating soup and talking, they're both kind of standing there. Coriander goes, "Is there anything else that we might be able to help you with? You don't seem to want any other services. Could we perhaps... Do you have any questions that we might be able to answer? We don't know a lot, but can we help?"
Well, you have been deemed worthy by this exceptional meal. I will say before we eat the next course, we are looking for several types of books, I believe. She'll look to Milo for confirmation.
He nods and holds up his copy of the book that has the Y on the spine.
Yes, we are looking for quite a few of those. Do you know where we might be able to find them, and could you procure them for us?
Cumin will start to very nervously waddle from foot to foot and back up a little bit. Those are the letter books. We can't touch those books. We've been warned not to touch them, and we don't know why, and we wouldn't question Vistandia. And Cumin answered, or Freyat. We wouldn't question Freyat either. No, we cannot help you with that. But there are more.
Who is this Freyat? I don't think I've heard that name before, or have I? It's been a long day.
They kind of look at each other slightly. What did you get for your roll?
Well, that's a 9. So
On a quick glance through this book, no. They seem to be poems written by Vistandia, but you don't see any of the names Mittens, Cumin, Coriander, or Freyat mentioned in this book.
these are just poems. Some of them are very good. Some of them not so much.
Well, Coriander will. My master Freyat was the great Vistandia's lover. I think that's the right word, isn't it, Cumin? That thing where they have sex? Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Lover sounds right. I think they said that. Yes, lover.
Well, I don't know how good of a lover they were if she did not write a single poem on it.
They kind of look over at the book that you have. It's probably in a different book.
Oh, do you know where I can find more? Maybe a library or some other place?
In a library.
Which is where?
Oh. When you're done eating, we could have Mittens take you. He said that's what you're calling him.
This sounds fine to me, though I am very tired. Is anyone else very tired?
I do not think it would be bad to take a moment in here and truly rest ourselves.
Could we rub your feet? Or your hands, or your arms, or your horns? Could we
yes,
bring you
please.
some tea? Or perhaps something... they're both looking at each other. Anything?
Tea and some little cakes would be lovely. And then, yes, rubbing my feet. They are so tight from walking around so much today.
Especially since Pyra gave the order. They don't even wait to hear anything else. They just head back to the kitchen.
Luther, you have been unnervingly quiet.
Yes. Well. And you see Luther has barely touched his food. His arms have just been crossed. He's just been kind of reading this entire situation. I did not want to intrude upon your conversation. It is nothing. I am here.
Well, you can't say something like that and not expect us to ask you about it.
It is a trifle. I simply worried for my friend. I had not seen him in danger that way. I should have been quicker. I should have been the one to sit on that chair. It was foolish of me. I failed, and it would not happen again. Sorry, Milo.
Oh, shut up, Luther. You couldn't have known that. That was the most clever monster I've ever seen. I mean, not that I've seen a lot of monsters, but I've seen some, and I've never seen one like that before. Luther, you happen to be the only person who has ever saved my life. And you've done it twice. So please don't be hard on yourself for thinking that you've been too slow or too stupid or whatever you want to say.
I did
It's
not
not
say
true.
that. You added that.
Oh, maybe I did. But I didn't mean it. You're clever.
But you said it. So you meant it.
Uh,
I think the point is lost in the words, but you did very good, and you've saved your friend, and that's what is you should focus on.
He smiles and he says, Milo, I am fucking with you. Of course it was not my fault. It was your fault. I did not sit in the chair. It was your fault. Clearly. Did you see how hard I hit that creature? I swear you could have felt the very ground of the mansion quake under my wrath.
I didn't actually because my head was inside its body, but I did feel it. I did. It was very impressive from the inside, just like a thunderclap, really. Luther, you bastard. I love you.
And you said I was not clever. Foolish. Well, all of your compliments are accepted and appreciated, but they are also incredibly obvious. So, what is the next step? Shall we go and nap? Get your beauty sleep? Although I will admit, leans over to Yvie, some of you might not need it,
Ugh. There is just no stopping you, Luther, is there?
No.
Well, as much as I would love 8 hours of rest, I don't know if I would like to have 8 hours of rest in here if it can be helped. Perhaps just an hour to put our feet up, get any more sustenance that we need. I would love to give, what were they called? Coriander and Cumin?
Here, ma'am. I'm already rubbing your feet. Am I not doing it hard enough?
You're doing splendidly, dear. I just wanted to make sure I knew your names before I started calling for you.
I'm Coriander. And I'm Cumin. Do you not like the food? And he flies up in front of Luther.
Oh, no, it is... Sorry. I was simply thinking and pondering my greatness. Sometimes it gets the best of me. Give me a moment. I will... Actually, why don't you go ahead and get me seconds? I'll make sure to work of this. And begins just tearing into his soup and bread.
With that, he sets down the pastry and tea that he wasn't sure you wanted, and then goes in and gives pastries and teas to everyone else as well.
Pyra is just... It's clear she's not moving from this place for a minute. She has found where she belongs. Feet being rubbed, she has tea, she has cakes. She is resting. Everything is bliss.
Mittens comes in and just kind of flops down in the center of the table and just looks comfortable, waiting as you all accomplish a short rest.
During that time, can I do Arcane Recovery?
Yes!
Yay! One thing I can do. Yvie will sketch during her short rest. She'll sketch Mittens.
Did anybody want to identify that potion?
I'll do it. Yeah. You know what? Luther's gonna identify the potion.
Could I, by chance, ask one of our two friends if they could make Milo up some sort of shirt so that he's not walking around bare-chested everywhere? It's unbecoming of a gentleman. The one who is not rubbing my feet, he can keep doing that. So that's Cumin.
Yes? Yes?
Cumin, dear. This young gentleman here, Milo is his name. He is going to need a shirt of considerable durability if we're going to be meeting more of those creatures. Could you perhaps put something together for him?
Cumin is going to reach behind him and flip around in a flourish. You were the only one who needed clothes, so we already made it. Here you go. And he hands you a shirt that looks nearly exactly like the one you were already wearing.
Wow, I'm very impressed. Good
you.
work.
Thank you.
I would like to keep you two. Can that happen?
They both look at each other and lower their eyebrows and shake their head. We could never leave our master and mistress, even if they never do come back.
Are they not here? They're not coming back.
Oh, they went away a long, long time ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. Perhaps
How
we
long?
could... No, please, Yvie. That does seem like a more accurate question.
I was just wondering how long ago they left. It seems like it's been a long time, but if you could be more precise.
They look at each other again. Well, I don't know if time works the same here as it does where you came from, but for us it's been... How long do you think, Coriander? 100 years? Well, at least 100 years.
Oh.
Well, then, perhaps we should try and send more people to visit you. I would hate for you to be idle out here.
They look at each other. You could just stay forever.
Unless you have a prince tucked in one of these rooms somewhere, I'm afraid I cannot do that.
They both shake their head. No. Even Freya's not a prince.
Do you... I know it was a long time ago, but do you happen to know where they went when they left?
No. We'd never be so brazen to ask them where they were going.
You didn't happen to overhear any snippets of conversation?
We would never listen to any conversations.
I'm sure you wouldn't. I would never accuse you of having done that. I just was wondering if maybe your ears happened to have heard something.
You know the library that you were talking about? There's books in there that stack themselves.
That sounds wonderful. You know, I was wondering... I actually... Let's see, you've been here a long time. Wouldn't you like it if your masters were to come back, if it were possible?
Yes. That would be the best day ever, huh, Coriander?
I would love to help them return. If you happen to know where they are, I could help them come back to you.
They look at each other again, and they just shake their heads. We don't know. But we do know they're alive because we didn't fall into little pieces and cease to be existing.
Oh, that is true. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry, when we were talking about them before. They must still be alive, because if the magic user who conjures a homunculus were to die, their creation would die as well. So, wherever they are, they're still alive.
Pyra will fan herself and say, what exactly were the personal details of this Vistandia? Were they an elf? Did they have pronouns they preferred? Did they like tea or coffee?
Oh, these are good questions to lure them in if you find them out in the wild. Vistandia, my mistress, she's an elf and very lovely with long raven hair and eyes that just told you that you were needed for so many things. I miss her.
I for some reason I feel like I miss her too. She sounds quite pleasant.
Is Luther anywhere near Pyra?
Opposite end of the table.
Dang it! She's gonna just glare at him.
Just shrugs like, what?
If Yvie sees Pyra's glare, she'll reach over and smack his arm. Not hard.
What?
And what about Freyat?
Let's see. You asked about tea. Freyat likes this really dark, stinky tea made from mushrooms that we have to have them bring back because they don't grow here, obviously. And he has short, sandy blonde hair, and you might be able to lure him in with cheesecake. He's also an elf.
She'll look to everyone else like, do you guys have any other questions?
Yes. How many years in wizard years is 100? Is that a lot? So the elves long-lived, right?
They will both just kind of cock their heads to the side and look at you like you are crazy. Will? I believe that the question you're asking is if 100 years old is old for an elf. Yes?
Yes.
No, but they've been gone 100 years.
I see. Very well. My questions has been, well, mostly sated.
Luther,
Do we have...
how old do you think I am? I am also an elf.
I don't know, 30?
Excuse me, did you just say 30?
Look like you're 30 years old, I suppose. If I had to put a number to it.
Well, I'm not going to tell you now.
Is it... Okay, it was I warm or was I cold?
You will have to guess based on how mad I am at you. Don't move away.
Definitely 40.
Ugh.
I do have another question, and I apologize, we're being very inquisitive here. It's just that we find this place so wonderful, and we want to know everything about it. But you did mention that you know that there are more of these books, and you are not allowed to touch them. However, we were given no such directive that we do not touch them, and I was wondering if perhaps you could show us to these books so that we may touch them. Because once we do, we can figure out how to get home, and that would be splendid.
They kind of vibrate for just a second, and then Cumin looks at you and goes, they would have to trust us not to touch the books, which apparently they didn't, because every time we see them, we forget where they are.
Oh. Well, that's something, isn't it? And what about Mittens? Does Mittens know where the books are?
I've never asked Mittens.
I would ask Mittens myself, but I find myself currently unable to do so. Would you mind?
Cumin gets very close to Mittens and just kind of stares into his eyes. Telepathy with cats is very difficult. All I got back was no.
Excellent. So... Oh, okay. How about this? Do you... no, I don't suppose that's a good question. I'll ask it anyway. Do you know where the rest of the pets are?
Yes.
Great. Do you know if the pets are in the rooms with the books?
We know where the pets are. I don't
Right,
know the
you don't know where the books
looking
are. That's
for.
right. I'm sorry. That
They
was
nod.
foolish of me. Okay.
But I don't think there's any books in that room. Unless there's only the book you're looking for, in which case it would be in the room.
Perfect. All right, we're getting somewhere, I think. Could you perhaps come with us as we wander around and try to find these books and tell us if we're about to open a door that contains pets?
Wouldn't it be easier to just tell you where the pets are so we don't have to leave the kitchen? It hurts to leave the kitchen.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for me to cause you any pain. It's just that we are very unfamiliar with this place and we don't know where the rooms are. That's all. If you said go to the library, I wouldn't know where that is because I've only explored the bedroom and the what I suppose was some sort of a study that had all those heads on the walls, and it doesn't anymore. I'm sorry.
Cumin blows out a breath. The library isn't far. That's the next thing we'll show you. That is a quick jaunt, and we can be right back.
Excellent, thank you.
Once that's done, if you come back here and start making dinner for us, that would be greatly appreciated. I think a roast would do well for us tonight. We'll be mighty hungry.
Oh, yes. Potatoes, carrots, meat?
Yes, all of the above, please.
Spices?
Oh, the more the better.
And wine, too.
Oh, wine, yes. It shall be done. Are you ready to go to the library? Are your feet satisfactorily rubbed, my lady?
Yes, I'm very pleased. Thank you, dear. And she'll pat him on the head as she stands up.
His ears twitch up and down, and his wings kind of flutter, and his tail wraps into like a pig coil for a second before springing back out. All right, follow me. I will take you to the library. This way.
Before we head out, I just wanted to mention at the conclusion of the short rest, I rolled for hit dice, and I regained all of my hit points back.
So Milo looks refreshed with a new shirt. His ribs have all popped back into place.
Milo, you are looking much better now.
Thank you. That meal did wonders, and I feel like perhaps I don't know, perhaps the acid was sort of an impermanent sort. I don't know, but I do feel great. Thank you.
Much less squished.
Yes, I did not enjoy that very much. Oh, it looks like everyone else is leaving. Shall we?
Oh, we...
You get out of the kitchen and see that Coriander is practically sprinting speed down the hallway, just flap, 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 flapping his wings to show you where to go. This way, please. Don't go out that door or you'll probably die. All right. Oh, here, this door. And Coriander begins to back down the hallway at the same time that from the inside of this door you hear a hump. This adventure is brought to you by Dungeon Mistress Chronicles, featuring Murray as Luther, Mads as Pyra, Rusty as Milo, and Aaliyah as Yvie, Samantha Fortune as your dungeon mistress, and the voice of all others. Behind the scenes, Douglas Fortune provides production and technical support, music from Soundstripe and Tabletop Audio. Discover more content at dungeonmistresschronicles.com.